Hello, financial fans and income enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a rivalry as old as compound interest itself. Dividends versus interest. It's the showdown of the century, or at least the next 20 minutes. On one side, we have dividends, the dashing, equity-driven payouts from stocks, and on the other, we have interest, the dependable, no-frills income from bonds, CDs, and savings accounts. Which one deserves a place in your portfolio? Let's find out with a little humor to keep it interesting. Let's start with the basics. First up, dividends. A dividend is like a thank you note from a company for owning its stock, except instead of sending you a card, they send you money. Nice, right? Dividends usually come from companies that are mature, profitable, and no longer need to reinvest every penny into their growth. Think blue-chip companies like Coca-Cola or Johnson & Johnson, stable, reliable, and always there when you need a soda or Band-Aid. Now, interest. Interest is the income you earn for lending your money to someone else, like a bank, a government, or a corporation. It's like getting paid to be the world's least exciting landlord. Where dividends are tied to stocks, interest is tied to bonds, savings accounts, or CDs. Think of it as the tortoise to dividends' hair, slow, steady, and mostly predictable. Let's shine the spotlight on dividends first. What makes them so special? Why do so many investors love them like grandma's cookies? Dividends come from stocks, and stocks can grow in value over time. That means you're earning income while your investment potentially increases in value. It's like getting paid twice, once in cash and once in appreciation. Dividends are the financial equivalent of cake and ice cream. Who says you can't have both? In many cases, qualified dividends are taxed at a lower rate than ordinary income. That's a fancy way of saying Uncle Sam takes a smaller bite. It's like the government saying, I'll take the small fries instead of the large. You don't hear that often. Dividends can be reinvested to buy more shares, creating a compounding effect over time. It's like planting seeds that grow into more money trees. Who doesn't love free trees, especially when they're made of money? But of course, no investment is perfect. Dividends have their downsides too. Let's break it down. Because dividends come from stocks, they're subject to the ups and downs of the stock market. If the market tanks, your dividends might shrink or disappear altogether. It's like relying on your flaky friend for rent money. Some months they're there, other months, radio silence. Unlike interest payments, dividends aren't guaranteed. A company can cut or eliminate its dividend anytime, usually when times are tough. It's like your favorite coffee shop running out of oat milk. You'll survive, but it's disappointing. Now, let's give interest its moment in the spotlight. Why might you choose interest over dividends? Interest payments are predictable. If you buy a bond with a fixed rate, you know exactly what you'll earn and when you'll earn it. It's as dependable as your morning alarm clock. Except this alarm clock doesn't snooze or break after you drop it. Many interest-paying investments, like government bonds or high-yield savings accounts, are considered low risk. Great for when you want to preserve capital. It's like driving the speed limit. Not exciting, but you'll definitely get there. Some interest-paying investments, like CDs, don't fluctuate with the stock market. Your principal is safe, and you still earn income. Think of it as the financial version of bubble wrap, protected and secure. But interest isn't without its drawbacks. Let's keep it fair and balanced. Interest payments don't grow over time. Once you lock in a rate, that's it. No raises, no promotions. Interest is like that friend who always pays you back exactly $5, even if it takes them 3 years. If inflation rises, the purchasing power of your fixed interest payments goes down. It's like earning the same paycheck while rent keeps going up. Suddenly that $5 can only buy half a latte. Thanks, inflation. Interest is taxed as ordinary income, which can be higher than the rate on qualified dividends. That's a bummer for anyone in a high tax bracket. It's like winning a pie-eating contest only to find out you owe half your pies to the government. So which is better, dividends or interest? Well, it depends on your goals and where you are in your financial journey. If you're looking to grow your wealth over the long term, dividends might be the better choice. Stocks generally outperform bonds over time, and reinvesting dividends can supercharge your returns. Think of dividends as your personal trainer, helping your portfolio bulk up over the years. If stability and income are your priorities, say you're retired or close to it, interest-paying investments might make more sense. They're predictable and less risky. It's like switching from roller coasters to park benches. Sometimes you just want to relax. Here's a thought, why not both? A well-diversified portfolio can include dividend-paying stocks and interest-paying bonds. You get growth, stability, and income all wrapped into one. It's like having both coffee and tea, because who says you have to choose? In the great battle of dividends versus interest, there's no clear winner, because the winner depends on you. Your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon will determine which one deserves the heavyweight title in your portfolio. So, whether you're team dividends or team interest, or a little of both, remember that every investment has its place. The key is balance, strategy, and maybe a touch of humor along the way.